I'm a drug dealer,
Yes.
so I'm finding a way of laundering my money.
Mm-hmm.
So I ask you to
Mm-hmm.
create an art
Mm-hmm.
that I'm going to come at the auctioning and buy for $10 million.
I found a brew in a state in my life that I was trying to let go of things. It teaches you that you can't control everything. You have to go with the flow.
Is that meant to say that people that have crazy art, like they're crazy?
Yes. Okay. How do you value art?
That's the problem.
Yes.
And you don't need to be a great artist. That once you just have the right network of friends, you'll be successful.
Yes, I agree with that. Some people are lucky to sell their art very
For
expensive
millions of dollars.
millions. Yes, I'm not one of those. But if anybody wants to give me millions for my art, I'm here.
Millions of dollars.
I'm crazy enough to think of this banana with a tape, with this tape banana, to think and say, okay, this is my art. So who is the crazy one of us two? Me that I created it, or you that you bought it?
For upcoming artists, right? That they want to go into Ibro art or any type of art, right? What do you think they should prioritize more, right? Is it your connection to the art?
Yes.
Is it the audience, or is it the sellability, the marketability of that art? Welcome to this episode of A Random TD Meets. Today we will be having a conversation on something quite really interesting, I believe. And with me today I have Christina.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Christina is an art enthusiast. So I wouldn't say much about her. I'll just let her do that herself. So Christina, hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, good as well. So
was it a nice morning?
It was a nice morning with a bit of earthquake.
Yes.
Turkey. I mean, in Istanbul, yeah.
Yes, that's how Istanbul welcomes people that come from abroad.
Welcome to Istanbul with earthquake.
Thank you. Shaking things up.
I think we need that, some to ease the tension.
Sometimes, yes, yes, this is what we need.
Does it ease tension or give tension though?
Yeah, maybe a little.
So who is Christina?
Christina is a graphic designer from Cyprus, which happens to be now in Istanbul for an Ebru exhibition, for the first Ebru exhibition. And as you understand, I do marbling, I do Ebru. I also do the Japanese form of this surface art called Suminagashi. And I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so you mentioned Ebru and Suminagashi. And marbling. Like they're all the same thing, right?
Yes. I think Ebru, it's the Turkish word for marbling. Suminagashi actually means ink that floats, which it's what what marbling is. It's surface paint. It's painting on the surface of water, and it's an old form of art. Let's say, yes. It comes from. Some say that Suminagashi comes from the 5th century, and then Ebru from the 12th. But because everything was done in paper, it's not easy to tell when it started.
So, at what point in life did you fall in love with marbling? Like, out of every art in the world, right? There are different forms of art, right? At what point did you decide to fall in love with marbling and choose this as your passion?
I first saw marble papers, which I didn't know that they were called like this at that time, in books.
In books, oh, okay.
Yes, and as a graphic designer, I was trying to recreate this that I saw, but with no luck with my programs, graphic design programs.
You kind of created digitally.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, because I didn't know how it was called, but I was trying to recreate it. And then I was starting to Google things around. This was before AI, ChatGPT. And then I found out that they were called marble papers. And I was trying to find YouTube videos on how to do it. And there were videos with people doing marbling with shaving foams and stuff. And anyway, to cut the long story short, I was in Greece, and there I met Katerina, which later became my first teacher in Ebru. Mm-hmm. And she was in a craft bazaar with Ebru Creations. And I was like, okay, I want to learn how to do this thing. And actually, I asked her. At first, she said, I don't know how to teach you. And I said, okay, you will teach me whatever you know, and I will take it from there. So this was, okay, when I saw that to do all these amazing magic things, you worked only on the surface of water and with all these amazing materials that had a bit of alchemy and chemistry in it. I loved it. I loved it.
Wow.
It was a whole process to understand, and I fell in love with everything that came out of it. Even though they weren't the best papers that I created, but even the papers that I was using to clean my water, to skim the water that usually people are throwing away, I was keeping them.
Oh, wow.
And after that, I bound them into notebooks for me and Katerina. Yes.
Oh. Wow, I would have loved to have that though. Yeah, that sounds really artistic.
Yes.
A notebook with mix of, I'm sure, numerous colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm into bookbinding as well. This is where I found out about the marble papers, when I first saw marble papers. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So when you're speaking, you mentioned something about magic, that it's like creating magic or something like that. Like sort of like creating magic. So, and I've been to your Instagram page. I see like there was one I saw you did like marbling on someone's body. The final
body
result,
marbling. Yes.
Yeah, body marbling.
Yes.
And I mean, so like, what inspires you? Like, how do you choose colors to come up with this? Do you have like special colors that you love working with, or does it just come to you based on whatever it is that you're going to do?
Okay, there are days that I'm using a lot of colors and a lot of different colors, and I choose a palette and I go through it, creating different kinds of papers and different patterns with the same palette to see how it works differently with different patterns. But okay, I do Suminagashi most of all, and I love black ink very much. So I usually work with black ink.
Are you trying to say that Suminagashi, usually black is dominant in Suminagashi?
Black is, okay. Sumi ink is usually black. Okay. Any other color is, it's more of pigment paint, but they're still using it as an ink, the way they treat ink. But there are days that I'm using, I don't know, all the colors of the rainbow everywhere. I think it's intuitive, the choice of the colors. I don't have favorites, except for black.
Because you're more into Suminagashi.
Yes, I like how it shows, and usually black, because in the science of color is the absence of color, actually.
So, is there like a difference between Ebru, marbling, and Suminagashi? Is there like a difference in how it's being done or how it's been executed?
Yes. Okay. Of course. Suminagashi is actually. I can't find the right word now, but I would call it simple in quotes, because we use water, rainwater, tap water, seawater, whatever, rainwater.
Oh, okay.
Only that, and ink. and the ink flows on top of the water, and you don't have much control on it, on what to do. You can't create any flowers or, let's say, draw on the surface of that water. It's more free. So yes, this is how Suminagashi works. It's creating ripples of ink on the surface of the paper, of the water. And Ebru, it's more complicated from the beginning of it, to create the water, to mix.
So it's not with Ebru. It's not ordinary water.
It's not ordinary water, no. And because we were talking before about magic, if you see the materials that you need to use for Ebru, it's like you are preparing to do a magic spell.
Okay.
Because you need this dust that is made from this red seaweed to create to make the water thicker. And then you're using pigments that are gathered from the earth. And you're using ox gall to make them spread, and then you have your brushes that are from rose sticks, and the bristle is from an old horse tail. So old horse tail's hair. So yes, it sounds like you're going to do a spell.
Yeah, definitely sounds like voodoo.
It's good magic. Okay,
Yeah,
it's white magic.
Okay.
It's white magic.
It's white magic. Okay.
Actually, it's not white magic. It's colorful magic.
It's colorful magic. Okay. Okay. All right. I've done Ebru before. Like I've created art
you
before.
tried. Yeah.
I tried it last year. I was in an Ebru mindful art Ebru class.
Oh, that's very
by
nice.
Bugay Soup. Yeah. And then she gave us, like, there was a couple of us in the class, so we had like a first tutorial on how to go about it. She guided us, and then we had to do it by ourselves. So while I was doing the art, creating my art, hopefully it was.
It's art. It's art. Yes.
So I had something in mind, right? But while I was like, while I was trying to implement this masterpiece, man, something went wrong. Because most of the times, like, you try to like dab like just a little bit of, just drop of ink, and then you like end up with like a lot everywhere.
Yes. Yes.
So, but I tried to like salvage it one way or the other, but I don't think it was good. So while creating this design of arts, right? Have there ever been point where you made a mistake, but then you converted it into something? You said, "Oh, amazing!" Because, like you said, everything is art. Like, but someone will see it and say art, but for you, you'd be like, "Nah, I made a mistake right there."
Every time. Every time. So, okay, actually, marbling arts is a very good teacher for me. Because as a graphic designer, I'm working with grids and systems, and I want everything to be correct and put together. Okay, this is not something that I'm always good at. It's not happening even in graphic design, which I have all those tools together. But with marbling, with Ebru, I found it's a really good teacher. It teaches you that you can't control everything. You have to go with the flow, and you have to adapt every time to what's in front of you. So you wanted to put this small dot of red, and it's bigger. Okay, use it and do it something else.
Okay,
it's okay. It forgives. It's very forgiving of your mistakes and creates then a piece of art.
Masterpiece.
Yes.
Okay, you said something there that it teaches you that you cannot control everything.
Yes.
So is that something, one of the life lessons you've learned from
Yes.
being an Ebru art or artist or Sushigami
Okay.
Sunigami?
Sumi Nagashi.
Oh, Sumi Nagashi. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what you've learned from?
Yes. Okay, I found a brew in a state in my life that I was trying to let go of things and to understand how to let my life flow and adapt with it. So it helped me a lot at that point, and this is how I'm like right now.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. And it's good because working with water is calming me down, giving me answers. Because as you've seen, it's a very meditative form of art.
Yeah.
So you're there with your colors, with your water, with your brushes, and just letting things flow. And with Sumi Nagashi, how I practice usually, it's because the way you put the colors on the surface of water is that you put, let's say, black and then blank. You create empty space, and then so you interchange that. And I usually do that. I synchronize that with breathing, and it's inhale, exhale. So it's
you're channeling your feelings.
Yes.
And the way, like, your personality kind of into the art as well.
Yes. Everybody's okay. This is something that everybody is doing. So if you're doing this form of art or any other form of art, it's your personality that gets there. It's your psyche that gets there.
So is that meant to say that people that have crazy art, like, they're crazy?
Yes. Everybody's crazy.
What about those people that do those, like, well, okay, I'm from Africa, right?
Yep.
And we believe a lot that voodoo don't exist.
Oh,
so
okay.
There are people that do some really, like, looking, in Africa we call them demonic arts, right? So are we trying to say that they are also, like, they have, like, I'm just trying to, like, say something.
Okay.
That they have, like, dark thoughts in their head or something?
Okay, if they're not doing something bad to other people, and this is their way they want to express their feelings, their thinking, their selves, it's fine by me.
As long as they're not killing people.
Yes, as long as they don't kill people.
All right. So those people that, because I know I've seen some art that it has to be, like, it's like really nasty, like bloody, and people like cut someone's head cut off and stuff. Like, I'm like, what were you thinking when you did this?
Yes, but we see same things in any other, let's say, profession that are people are not doing good things. So, and we don't call all lawyers bad. We don't call all politicians bad.
True.
Okay, so I don't know what to say about this.
Right.
Yes.
So okay, yeah. Let's just assume that not everyone is just bad.
But I think anyway, if I create something, or if you create everything that is created, I think there is at least one person that would say, "Okay, I like this."
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I believe that. I believe that. I believe that everyone has an audience, no matter how good or bad something is. Everyone has an audience, and there are also people that will not like it for whatever reason.
Yes.
Okay, so have you ever done, like, collaborations before, like in art? Have you collaborated with people?
Actually, I love collaborations. If I could only do this, I would love to. Because it's nice. It's very nice to communicate with other artists for the same creation and get something out of it. You get feedback. You take your art and thinking further.
Mhm.
You're channeling your art in a different way. And every collaboration has something to give. And actually, I'm thinking of the workshops I give and the lessons I give sometimes as collaborations, because I get to learn so much from the students that are coming to try marbling. And yeah.
Interesting. What you said there, I pretty much relate with it, because I'm just going to give my story as an example, right? I've been in Turkey for like 6 years, and my Turkish is terrible. Just saying.
Okay.
But the little I was able to learn was because I used to be a teacher for high school students and middle school students, and I learned from them.
Well, that's great.
Like,
That's great.
Like the words I know, some of the sentences I use, my students taught me. So I believe that yes, teaching, it's a great form of learning.
Yes, and children are very good teachers in everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. So do you have one particular artist that you would love to collaborate with, either dead or alive?
Actually, that would be many of them.
Many of them.
And
If you could pick just
you,
okay, just
I
let's
can't
give
pick
you
one. Okay,
three.
I can't pick one because
Okay.
I was thinking about that, and from what information we're coming around these days from the internet, from social media, from Instagram, from traveling, I meet artists and their art every day, and every day I'm falling in love with something new and someone new in terms of art. So I don't know, I'm open to collaborate with anyone that wants to collaborate with me.
So okay, do you have like one person that you consider maybe like a role model or something, or you just get inspiration from everyone around you?
I'm getting inspiration from everyone. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so when it comes to art, right? There's this always ideology that you don't need to be special to be an artist.
Yes.
However, it's for the rich. Art is for the rich. That you need a network of people, right? That even if your art is like, okay, I know you said earlier before that there's nothing like terrible art, but I do believe there's something called terrible art. I don't people that are not in the art world believe there's something called terrible art.
But there are people that are buying this art.
Yes.
And they like it and they want it and they spend, I don't know, millions to buy this art.
Okay. So going back to my question, that said, I was trying to say that there's something called terrible art in quotes.
Yeah.
Terrible art in quotes. And you don't need to be a great artist. That once you just have the right network of friends, you'll be successful.
Yes, I agree with that. This is what's happening. Actually, this is what's happening. But okay, how do you value art?
That's the problem.
Yes, because I create something, okay, and I value that painting or that sculpture or anything in, let's say, an X amount of money. So there will be people that will say, okay, this is very expensive, and there will be people that say, oh, this is awful, and there will be people that will say, oh, actually, this is nice, and I want to buy this. So how do you value art? I think there are artists, there are buyers and admirers of art for everything that is created. So, okay, some people are lucky to sell their art very expensive for millions. Yes, I'm not one of those, but if anybody wants to give me millions for my art, I'm here. I'm here.
I mean, like sometimes I see some art, honestly, I'm like, really? That cost $1 million? Like,
yes.
That's why there's this whole belief that the art world is money laundering?
Okay, are you talking about NFTs? Because I'm not familiar with this.
Not just NFTs, right? Yes, NFT is one of them.
Okay,
But,
I'm
like,
not familiar
arts
with
in general, right?
Okay.
Right. For example, you would see. I think there was this piece of art that I saw that it was like a blank, just blank. Oh, a piece of banana
Oh, yes.
that was just on the canvas and sold for millions of dollars.
Okay, I'm crazy enough to think of this banana with a tape, with
Yeah.
this taped banana, to think and say, okay, this is my art.
So,
So, who is the crazy one of us two? Me that I created it, or you that you bought it?
I would think that. Yeah, I'm the one buying it. That's crazy.
So thank you. If you want to give me that money, give me that money. It's fine.
Okay. How about? Okay, this is a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
How about I'm a drug dealer,
Yes.
so I'm finding a way of laundering my money.
Mm-hmm.
So I ask you to create an art that I'm going to come at the auctioning and buy for $10 million.
Do I have to do anything with that drug dealing? I'm just money laundering.
Yeah, it's money laundering.
Do I know that?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I know it. Okay.
Yeah, I came to you. I said, okay, I have this. Maybe I'm doing drug dealing. I made like $50 million, but I don't know how to use this money. So I come to you and say,
that's a tough question. I don't know how to answer that.
So that aspect of saying that some art are considered money laundering.
Okay. Yes, it is. It is.
Because that tape, that banana taped on the canvas, Jesus, right?
Yes.
Well, okay, I don't know. Maybe it's art. Maybe it's just.
I don't know. I'm not the one to judge art.
Okay, yeah.
And
Just appreciate it.
yes.
Okay. All right. So, so you've been in this art space for how long?
In marbling, 8 years now.
8 years. Oh,
Yeah.
that's quite some time. Okay, so this is the tricky question I'm going to ask you, right? So, for upcoming artists, right, that they want to go into Ibro art or any type of art, right? What do you think they should prioritize more, right? Is it your connection to the art?
Yes.
Is it the audience, or is it the sellability, the marketability of that art?
Okay. You can control the audience, I think, because if you want to, let's say, focus on the audience, you might not create the art that speaks to you.
Okay.
Okay, so I would say the first thing is that do it for you. Do what expresses your heart, and
What if nobody appreciates it or buys it?
the guy bought the banana.
Remember what I said earlier, network of friends.
Find a good network of friends and don't undersell your art.
Okay, so the nugget here is find a good network of friends and then you're going to sell art.
Okay, I think if you do what comes from you, at some point you will find the audience for it.
I think, okay.
But be alert, be around, show yourself in exhibitions, do collaborations, meet other artists, meet people. Yeah.
Speaking of collaborations, do you think artists collaborate a lot? Because if you look at the likes of in the music industry, you see this featuring this featuring that. In the art space, do you think artists collaborate a lot?
Okay, I'm not much in the art scene. I'm more in the graphic design scene, but I have a lot of friends. I'm familiar with artists collaborating, and actually, I think this is happening. But definitely, there is room for more collaboration and more exchange of creativity and ideas.
So when you say art collaboration, what does that mean? Is it that you bring a canvas and then I draw on one side, you paint one side, I do the other side. So what's collaboration like in the art scene?
Okay, I don't know. Collaboration might be of me doing Sumi Nagashi or Ebru, working and collaborating. I don't know, with a musician, let's say,
Okay.
or I did some collaborations back in Cyprus with my friend that we are sharing a studio together, where she's an illustrator. I did some Sumi Nagashi papers and she illustrated on top of them. This was our project, our initiative, but we then created a calendar that we sold and gave to our friends. There are different ways of collaborating. At some point, I did a collaboration again with my marble papers with another graphic designer in Cyprus, and we created these packaging boxes for a winery. So I don't know.
It could be in different forms.
It could be different forms.
I'm gonna move away from art scene a bit.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
a little bit.
Just a bit. Okay.
Not too far away.
So,
So do you have like any crushes in the art scene?
oh, every day a new one.
Everything you
Okay, you know, you open your phone, your Instagram, and there's a big list of new recommendations and artists coming around. So, yes, every day a new one, or more than one.
you know have you ever like DM'd your crush before? Have you ever DM'd them before, any of your crush?
Yeah, sometimes, yes. Yes, I do it. Actually, I did it for two artists now here in Istanbul, which I've never met before. One replied and she said she's not in Istanbul and she hopes we meet someday. The other one didn't.
Oh, if you watch this, please reply. You want to say the name? Don't want to say the name?
Actually, I only know their Instagram account because I saw their pieces in the exhibition,
Okay.
and I followed them from there. But I don't remember the names now. I'm sorry, guys.
Do you remember the name of your
Turkish names are really difficult for us. It's
Really?
not easy to remember them. Yes.
Oh, that's going to offend some people. Okay.
But can we put it in the comments below?
Maybe, yeah, maybe we'll add that. We'll add the name in the comment section. Okay, so, do you think that art has been fully, like, explored? Or do you think there's still some branch of art that is yet to be discovered or people should pay more attention to?
Oh, okay, if it's fully explored and discovered, I surely haven't seen them all yet.
Okay.
So you can ask me this the next time we meet. And I try to write everything down and check if I checked everything. But okay, I think that art evolves and changes through the years. So I'm not sure if I will ever be able to experience and see all the forms of art.
Okay. Okay. So before you start like marbling, right? Do you like go through any ritual? Is there something that you do to get yourself prepared for it?
Actually, I don't have any strict ritual. Okay, the first thing, if I'm going to do Ebru, is to prepare my water, because it needs some time to prepare it. But usually when I'm going to marble, the thing that I do is that I put some music on, some nice music on, which differs every time depending on my mood. And one of my best rituals actually is when I'm doing Sumi Nagashi, that I'm using not ready-made ink. I'm using Sumi sticks that you need to grind them into ink. and this will take 20 minutes to 30 minutes to do it. And it's a very slow and meditative process, which helps me calm down my mind before I start doing it. But this is part of the process, actually.
Okay.
Yes, I don't have any specific ritual.
So, in relation to that, right? Certain times people say that artists usually take certain things for inspiration. I don't know if I should mention those things. Some of them say weed, some of them say they smoke, some of them say they drink, some of them say they take like ecstasy drug or something like that to get inspiration. So do you think that's a misconception of artists? Okay, no.
Okay. Why is it only artists? There are a lot of people doing this. There are people that are doing it to cope with their days. So I think it's for each person how they live their lives and how they find inspiration and how they come down. So for me, I can find inspiration from everywhere. But yes, usually I found my answers during my sleep. It's really funny because I get very anxious when something is not coming out as I want it. So I get to bed with these questions, this problem, and I wake up with the solution. And I'm like, okay, let's go do it.
Okay.
And also, yes, I don't know, for me, inspiration is everywhere. It might be from just a conversation or just these seashells that we found out here, and I'm gonna take everything a picture when we finish. Yes.
I think I resonate with that. So because I used to write a lot. I used to be a journalist, and then I would go out to write stories and stuff like that. And there's something that we call writer's block.
Yes.
Right, where you pick up a pen, and then it's like you're blank. You don't know what to write. Like you have a story brewing in your head, but how to start is the problem. So do you ever experience artistic block? And
yes,
when you do, like, how do you get to like overcome that?
There is no there is not one solution about this. Sometimes maybe it's just a walk outside. Maybe if I have time, I will let it, not thinking about it, and then coming back 1 or 2 days later to revisit what I'm thinking. Maybe I go to sleep and wake up with a solution. I have friends and colleagues that I value their opinion and their creativity, that we can talk together and maybe they will help me see it from a different angle, and I can go somewhere with this. It depends.
Well, yeah, I think I like that idea of talk to someone. Like if you have colleagues in the same industry, you just call them and start talking.
Yes, and I'm lucky that I have someone that we're sharing the studio together, and we are always like, okay, can you come a bit? What do you think about this? Or can we do a 5-minute brainstorming talk? It's nice. It's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, final, like, do you have any other thing that you'd like to say about maybe someone watching that is interested in marbling or wants to start art? Do you have anything that you want to say to them?
Start.
Just start.
Start. Get yourself some paint, some brushes, some colored pencils, and just create.
Just create.
Yeah.
Okay. So, final note, do you have any question you would like to ask? No. Okay.
I wasn't prepared for this.
So, since I have a question, I have one more for you.
Yes.
If you were not a graphics artist and you're not even the art scene at all, because graphics is part of art, marbling is art, what would you have been?
Interesting. Very interesting question, because I was thinking. I am thinking about it a lot. I'm very interested in how things are made or done or exist. So maybe something to do with sciences or anthropology. I don't know. Studying people and studying nature and cultures. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So let me.
That's very. It's on the other side.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so I need you to give me one question for the next guest. The next guest I'm going to interview, I'm going to talk to. I need you to give me one question, and this one question should be something that maybe you've always been thinking about, but you don't have an answer to. Do you have any question like that?
Don't have an answer to. Oh my God, that's very existential.
Is existential? No.
Why are we here?
Is that the question?
Isn't it?
Why are we here? Is that the question?
I don't know. I have a lot of questions for everything.
Okay, so yeah.
So, no, I don't know.
I should take the why are we here question.
I
should take the why are we here question. Should I take that one?
Why are we here?
Okay, so whoever is going to come next, I'm sorry.
Oh yes.
That's going to be your question. Why are we here?
Yes. Please tell me.
All right. Thanks for joining us, and Christina, thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you very much.
It was really nice having you around, and
thank you. It was a pleasure.
Taking us into the world of marbling and Sumi
Nagashi.
Yes, I got that right. Thank you.
Thank you.